Why do humans have so much less hair than other animals? Well, that's a question that has puzzled scientists and casual observers alike for years. But to answer it, we need to take a step back in time, to when our ancestors were just as furry as the rest of the animal kingdom. Once upon a time, we were covered in a thick layer of fur, just like our closest relatives, the chimpanzees and bonobos. This fur served a variety of purposes, from insulation against the cold to protection against the sun's harsh rays. But as the climate started to warm up, this fur became less of a necessity and more of a hindrance. Imagine, if you will, being covered in a thick layer of fur on a hot, sunny day. Not the most comfortable situation, right? Now imagine having to run long distances in that fur, in pursuit of your next meal. The heat would become unbearable. This is the situation our ancestors found themselves in as the forests they called home began to shrink. Food became less abundant, forcing our ancestors to move around more, often over long distances, to find their next meal. A thick layer of fur would have made this task much more difficult, causing them to overheat. So, over time, individuals with less fur were more likely to survive and pass on their genes, leading to a gradual decrease in body hair. This loss of hair coincided with the evolution of sweat glands in humans. These glands, which can excrete up to 12 liters of sweat in a single day, helped our ancestors cool down more efficiently. They were a game changer, allowing our ancestors to increase their body and brain size and exert themselves more without overheating. But what about the color of our skin? Well, underneath all that fur, our ancestors had pink skin. But as they lost their fur, their skin started to darken, especially in hot regions. This darkening is due to the pigment melanin, which helps protect the skin from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays. So, while we may have lost most of our body hair, we've retained the hair on our heads. Why? Because it provides a valuable service. It helps protect our scalps from the sun's direct rays, reducing the risk of sunburn and skin cancer. To summarize, humans lost their body hair as a result of changes in climate and lifestyle. The loss of hair made it easier for our ancestors to keep cool while moving around in search of food. This, coupled with the evolution of sweat glands, allowed our ancestors to increase their body and brain size, setting the stage for the evolution of modern humans. So the next time you're feeling a bit too hot on a sunny day, spare a thought for our furry ancestors. They had it much tougher, but their struggles paved the way for our success. And for that, we can be thankful.